time to take off.
Yes. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to your guilty pleasure, and welcome to the show that you didn't know that you needed, but as soon as you tuned in, you knew you can't live without us. It's just a fact. And welcome to the most impactful, sensational, swag and sexy duo in these YouTube streets. You got your boy Killer Swag 216, aka Killer Swag District, and then of course you got my home girl, my baby girl, Sweet Melody Media in the building, leader of the Sweet Melody movement. And to put us together, the swag and sexy together, you got KillinEmSweetly. And today we got a top tier video for you guys. So sit back, enjoy yourself, and go ahead, Melody. Let them know what it's gonna be about today.
Hey, first of all, hey Swag.
What's going on?
Nothing much. I'm always happy, when we get together and we do our KillinEmSweetly.
Of course, of course.
Yeah, but to answer your question, I'm gonna let them know this show today is about passport bros once again. But we're not gonna lay it thick on the passport bros. Oh no. We're gonna lay it thick, right? We gonna lay it thick on the passport Pookies.
Yeah, the passport Pookies up there.
And the international Keishas.
Oh yeah.
Man,
Can't forget about them.
Can't forget about them, and we don't usually cover it from this angle. So we wanted to bring y'all a different angle to the whole passport bro movement.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. You know how we had to do, because it's just a lot of things that's been going on with the passport bros movement, and you know me, I'm still in support of the passport bros, but nowadays you're starting to see people that you wouldn't normally see with passports going overseas and acting an ass and always trying to do all type of stuff over there, man. Basically sullying the names of the passport bros. So we're gonna talk about that.
Right, we support the passport bros 100%. I feel as though if you need to get away and go to another country and spend your money wisely over there, fine, that's fine. Meet love over there, fine. But what these passport Pookies are doing, these passport Pookies are going over there, they're tricking off with the international Keishas. All right. Yeah. They are arguing with the international Keishas, just like they do the Keishas here in the States. It's like they bring in this whole westernized BS from here and they're taking it overseas to them.
Oh yeah.
So, yeah, it's amazing. It's really amazing.
It really is, man. It really is an eye opener too. You know what I'm saying? So you just got to really keep your eyes on the prize when it comes to that type of stuff, man. So yeah. But as y'all already could tell, the music has stopped playing, yo. So y'all already know what that means in KillinEmSweetly world.
It's time for the thousands in
attendance and the millions watching around the world. Let's get ready to rumble!
Killing them sweet, bringing the heat, looking so fly in the YouTube streets.
Boom.
You know,
Always looking
it's
fly in these YouTube streets.
facts. Period.
You already know.
Yes, but swag. Oh my God. This whole passport bro thing is just spinning out of control right now.
Hmm.
Because for those who don't know, Colombia is on the don't fly to list.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
pretty much men are flying over there and they're getting drugged up by these international Keishas and they're getting robbed for thousands and thousands of dollars. And some of them are even getting deleted by these
Hmm.
Keishas.
Oh yeah. Or at the very least getting set up by these Keishas to get, deleted by probably some of the men that's over there.
Absolutely. And honestly, what I think is that they're all in cahoots with each other. Like the hotels, the police officers, the men over in the country, and the women.
Of
They're all in
course.
cahoots. And this is why they're able to get away with this. This is
Hmm.
why the police officers don't believe the American citizens. They always take the international Keisha's word for it. They always believe what they gotta say. Even though they're not stupid, they know what's going on.
Yeah, they have to know what's going on in their own country. Especially if a lot of these people from America be finding these girls on these dating apps, which now is like a real bad thing to do over there in Colombia. Because like
Mhm.
now, what I'm saying, being in Colombia. That's like a level 3, do not travel or stay away from no fly zone or something like that.
Mhm.
And it's like, my God, man, like so you already messed the game up by going over there trying to find you a soulmate or at least a chick to hook up with for the night. Because let's be for real, we all know what happens with these dating apps. Like they're not really looking for love. They really just looking to just smash some guts in and get them cheeks clapping for the night. But a lot of these women overseas, they see that and they like at the end of the day, they view you as a lick because you already spending buku amount of money just getting over there, whether if it's getting a plane ticket, paying for the passport. Then you got to get you a hotel room to stay in while you're there. Like, and then of course you're gonna want to go out and enjoy the nightlife, and you're gonna want to. So
Well,
you're, yeah, you're spending a lot of money going there. So they already viewing you as a lick to
mhm.
begin with. So they already game planning on what they're gonna do with you, how they're gonna set you up, and it's just so crazy because you know what? I'll wait until I'll wait until we Melody finish saying what she gotta say. Because what do you gotta say about all this?
Wow, this is what I gotta say. These international Keishas are sitting back watching YouTube, okay, in their language with the closed captions on, okay, watching Instagram, watching Facebook, and they're looking at how American men and women can't stand each other. They see this. They sit there and they see this. And they hear these passport bros and passport pookies talking about they need, oh, I need a submissive woman. All of these women in other countries are so much better than the women here in America. We're longing for someone to nurture us. We're longing for a beautiful woman that's not obese. We're longing for a beautiful woman with her own hair. We're longing for these type of women. And they sit back and they analyze and they watch and then they come up with ideas in their head like, okay, these men are talking about coming here to see us in our country because we're the women they desire. So this is our perfect opportunity to get that moolah. You know, they come over here, they spend their money on us, and sometimes they'll even bring us back, and then we become American citizens and we make money over there. I mean, I'm sure this is what's going through a lot of these international Keishas' heads. Um, and that's how a lot of these men are getting got because they talk so much. They come on YouTube, they go on TikTok, all of these platforms, and they tell their business and they talk so much. Yeah, we're going to Colombia. Yeah, I'm about to find me a fine woman. I'm about to spend this money on. I'm about to clap them cheeks. Like a lot of these passport pookies are bold and are confident with it. And they don't care who knows that they spending money on these Keishas. They don't care. So this is the reason why um a lot of passport bros, men that are just great guys, you know, these are the men that actually go overseas for a better life, you know, and to live better and to eat better and to get the nice son and to find a beautiful woman. You know, you're making it hard for them because you guys talk entirely too much. And now everybody know that's what you're going over there for. So what happens? They see an American citizen come over there and they automatically come up to you and be like, "Oh, you know, here I am. Let's go have a fun night. Let's go get some drinks." And that's how you end up getting robbed or hurt, you know, or even tricked because these women are pretending that they're not even prostitutes. And then once you sleep with them, they be like, "All right, pay me," just like the video. It's ridiculous.
Absolutely ridiculous, yo. And it's just like I was getting ready to say on some real stuff. Like that's why I would tell anybody, whether you're a passport bro or in this case a passport pookie, like if you're gonna go into these countries like this, there's these three methods, in my opinion, that you need to follow. One, whenever you're going to places like that, don't go alone. Make sure you got you a crew with you, or even if it's just one other person, make sure that somebody can account for you being there and somebody can always be there to watch your back and make sure that don't nothing happen to you and then vice versa. You know what I'm saying? That way, you know that you got somebody there that you trust. Because if you're going to these unknown overseas places by yourself, you're basically are just taking a chance because you don't know whether or not somebody's going to try to get you. You don't know anything because like Melody had just said, you think these women overseas are not watching you online, whether if it's on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, even Snapchat. Like, I mean, all of these social media platforms, each and every one of them got at least one girl that's foreign that's watching you. Because I'm gonna let a little bit of a cat out of a bag right now. There's a Brazilian chick that's in my DMs right now that watches my stuff, even though she don't understand a word I be saying in my stories, but
Mm,
she be looking at all of
yeah, she looking at it. And a lot of people don't realize when you guys go overseas, you're like rich over there. If you, especially if you make six figures, you go over there, you're a millionaire. So these women are like, "Oh my God, money, money, money." That's all they see is money. And they will definitely get you if you're not careful, you know? So you got to be safe, fellas. You got to. And you can't be over there yelling at the women, acting a fool. You can't be being abusive or whatever because you do that in the wrong spot, you will get got.
them.
You
Yep.
know, I mean, you in somebody else's country. You're not here in America. Like you can be big and tough and bold over here, but you can't be doing that on somebody else's territory.
Hmm. Different country, different laws. You don't know what they got over there. Like they're not gonna abide by the same rules that we abide by over here. You know what I'm saying? Plus, you're a foreigner to them, so of course their laws are going to cater more so to them than it will to you. So you always got to be mindful of stuff like that. And then another thing too that I was gonna say for real, like the second thing, like make sure whenever you're going out of town or something like that, if you got to have some type of way to be able to have access to your phone or whatever, make sure while you're there, take off the features as far as like your facial recognitions or your fingerprints and stuff, and actually have a real passcode that you know that you can remember and nobody knows it but you. That
Oh
way, can't nobody get into your phone, because just like a video I seen just last night, a dude went over to Colombia, and he was a white guy. He's not a black guy. He was a white guy, and he said he went over there. He was trying to find love or whatever. He was on a dating app or stuff like that. Next thing you know, the dude got roofied, and he was drugged out of his mind. And when he finally came to, he said his phone was, they
yeah.
went through all of his phone information, and the reason they went through his phone is because he had the facial recognition. So all they had to do was just put his face to the phone, and they had access to it.
Right. That video
And
was
they
crazy because they said, didn't they say they got him for, didn't he say they got him for over 50K or something like that? How much was it?
Yes,
Yeah, it was a lot
over
of money.
it was either over 50K or it was in that ballpark. Either
Right.
way, it was a lot of grand that he lost. And then what made it so worse for him is the fact that dude was stuck there because he ain't had no way to get back home. They took his money, so it's not like he could get a plane ticket and go home. He was
Right.
he was stuck there.
But he got lucky because it was a nice guy who helped him.
Hmm.
He got real lucky because you don't come across that often.
Oh no,
Somebody
you don't.
to
No,
give you a ride and help you out.
yeah. But
Mm-mm.
what I'm saying, like, dude is stuck over there in Colombia. Like I said, he ain't even got no way to get back home to America.
Yeah.
So,
So,
but
oh,
yeah,
and he's a content creator, I believe, too. He's a
he,
YouTube content
he,
creator.
yeah, I think he was. But it's just and this was around Christmas time too. So this was very recent that this happened.
Right. And then, yeah, it was that one. And then also, 8 American citizens were deleted recently in Colombia as well.
Hmm.
8. Like, what is going on?
They letting too much of their game plan out. Like, cause see, the one thing about being a passport bro, like, I wouldn't even aspire to be a passport bro. Like, I know once I get my passport, I don't even want to be called that. And it's not out of disrespect or anything, because I know they have their own thing, and there's a lot of great guys that are passport bros. But I just want to be known as a man that just has a passport and that's
Passport.
just able
Right.
to crap, that's just able to travel. Because when I'm going overseas or whatever, I'm going to experience the culture. I'm going to like see, because this is going to be my first time seeing things from outside of the American spectrum. So of course it's going to be like, oh my God, this is mind blowing. But I'm not going there to try to find a wife. I'm not going there to even try to find a sneaky link or whatever. Like, if it happens while I'm down there, if I'm in a public center, let's say if I'm at a nightclub down there and I'm just vibing, having a good time or whatever, and me and the girl, we vibing and we kicking it, and it get to that point, I'm not gonna be like, oh no, I'm not trying to get on with that because you might try to rob me or something. No, because it's like, one, I didn't meet her on no app. I met her in person somewhere. So of course, that's the best thing that you can do, fellas. Like, whenever you going over there, even if it's in America, make sure that it's in a public setting to where it's going to be a lot difficult for them to do something to you.
Absolutely. And I don't want to discourage anybody from traveling. That's not what this show is about. We're just trying to differentiate between passport bros and passport pookies. So, this is how you tell a difference. A passport bro, he never tell his moves. Like, he don't be like, oh, I'm going over here to trick off. I'm going to do this, going to do that. Yeah, like he don't a true passport bro don't brag on what he's gonna do. He just do it. He moves silently. Like my brother, I call him a true passport bro because he's a brother with a passport, and he has friends. He know people in these countries. So when he do travel, he has a tour guide. He has somebody who is going to show him around, someone he know and trust, that's going to take him to the nice nightclubs. And he's not going to have to take a taxi because he's in a car with his boy and things like that. So he don't have to really worry about getting kidnapped or getting drugged. He's good. He's good in these countries. Classy young man. Shout out to Classy. Well, now his name is Classy Perspectives. Shout out to
Shout
him.
out to Classic, brother.
Right. He's also a true passport bro. He never tell his moves. He hang out, he know people there. He don't be out here bragging and yelling at women and all this stuff that you see the passport Pookies do. He don't do that. So shout out to Classy. Who else? Even if you want to say Marty McFly, he's over there, but he minds his own business. He's always up there taking pictures of models.
Yeah.
He's a photographer, so he's working overseas.
Yeah, so a lot of the stuff he do over there is business related.
Exactly. Kings and Dreams. He said he's been traveling since he was like a little boy, 5 years old.
Mm-hmm.
So you already know he knows what he's doing. He know how to travel.
Right.
Pablo, he met his wife in the Dominican Republic. Shout out to Pablo.
Shout out.
Right. So these men that I'm naming are true passport bros. They're not passport Pookies. They don't go over there starting trouble, bringing those American ways over there.
Mm-hmm.
They're not over there just tricking off. They're over there actually enjoying the life.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the difference.
Yeah. And then what a lot of people fail to realize, because I've been seeing a lot of people talk about this that say that, oh, well, I would rather deal with the craziness overseas than to deal with how Western society has turned out and stuff like that. And my only response to that is like, you really haven't been paying attention, because I actually have conversations with people that's overseas on my IG. Like there's people that I know that speak a little bit of English, and they be telling me stuff that goes on over there. And a lot of those places, they're starting to turn into westernized societies. Mm-hmm. So a lot of those women over there that a lot of these dudes are praising and saying, oh, they're the best housewives, they could be the best mother of my children. They're starting to act like the Meg Thee Stallions or the Cardi B's or the Sexy Reds and stuff like that. Like we said already, you think these people aren't watching us all the way over there? You think they're not seeing what the culture is over here?
They already appropriate. A lot of these people in these countries are appropriating us. Hip hop and all that. We started that here in America, in New York. Hip hop started in Brooklyn, or the Bronx. It's the Bronx, South Side Bronx.
Cool Herc.
Right. It started over here. So how in the heck do these people in these other countries abroad, overseas, how the heck do they know about hip hop? You got people, Asians over there breakdancing. You got hip hop and reggaeton. All their songs sound like hip hop songs in America or in Jamaica, in westernized places. Like, come on.
Yeah. I mean, if you listen to a Bad Bunny song, of course he's speaking in Spanish, but let's be for real. A lot of that stuff, you probably would hear that in the black nightclubs.
Exactly. So a lot of people are biting off of us Americans, whether you know it or not. I've even had a couple of people from Canada tell me that they look up to American culture. All of their songs are American songs that they listen to. Hip hop, R&B, all of that. So you crazy as heck if you think they're not watching us.
Of course.
Heavy.
Of course. And I've even seen, like, I think this was like in that old Tupac Resurrection movie, right? Like, and of course, after it talked about his passing and stuff like that, there's places overseas in different countries that has murals with his face on it.
Really?
So how would they? Yeah. So how would they not know about the American culture if they posted Tupac? And Tupac is from America. He was originally from Baltimore. Then he was somewhere in New Jersey, New York area, and then he was on the West Coast.
Right.
But
Exactly.
yet, yeah, but I've seen murals all over in different cultures. It might even been in France. It might even been in other countries as well. Like, and of course, if the running joke these days is like how Tupac is still alive in Cuba. So I'll be like, come on, man.
Yeah, they definitely watching us heavy. So anybody who think they're not watching this gender war and listening to these passport pookies and passport bros, you out of your mind. And like Swag just said, there's people that I talk to who, like, I have a friend from Colombia. I used to work with her. That's how I met her. But she was born and kind of raised in Colombia, and she came over here young. And she told me, like, she don't understand why people compare black women over here to Hispanic women when Hispanic and black women are alike, except one get called spicy and one get called nasty with the attitude, So she was saying a lot of Hispanics, especially in her country in Colombia, they have an attitude. They will talk back. They over there
Oh
doing
yeah,
the same stuff that the women over here are doing. They
oh
tricking,
yeah.
they sexualizing themselves, they doing all that.
hmm Yeah, I've seen it on display many a times about how the Latino women are extra spicy, as like most dudes like to call it, and we always got that running gag, like a black woman to pull out the toolie on you while the Spanish girl to try to stab you.
Right. But no matter what, y'all both are crazy. Y'all
hmm
both are insane. So, I mean, the only thing, this is what I said on my checkmate show. I was telling GC, the only thing that makes those women better than the women here is their physical appearance. They take better care of themselves. They they lose weight. They stay in shape, you
hmm
know, because we all know that 80% of American women and men are overweight. Let's be honest. But
hmm
in these other countries, people care about what they look like, their hygiene. From what I heard, see, I don't know, but from what I heard, their hygiene is a lot better. Like Austin Holloman said that, like the
hmm
women smell over here, and the women over there are cleaner. That's allegedly, because I'm not sure. I don't sleep with women, so I don't know. Um, yeah, allegedly hygiene is better. Their hair, of course, we know most of them wear their own hair, whereas a lot of women over here don't show their hair at all. So there are some pros about the women over there, but there
hmm
are some cons as well.
Of course.
Let's not act like they're perfect, because they're not.
Of course, everybody has their own, what makes them great and then what makes them terrible. So it's just basically what are you willing to put up with?
Exactly. And yeah, I understand a lot of them are more submissive. I think that's facts. I do.
hmm
And a lot of them might be even more nurturing than the women here. But they'll still stab you. They'll still argue with you. They'll still drug you. They still sexualize themselves. They're
hmm
prostitutes. I mean, come on. Like, there are a lot of bad things about them as well.
Right. But let's be honest, a lot of those people, when they messing with those Colombian women or Brazilian women or Spanish women in general, like they just like the accent. The plus, you know how a lot of be like, "Oh, papi, oh yeah,"
Mhm.
I say, "I love you, papi." You know what I'm saying? And you know how you Latino
Good
women, they
point.
really lay it on thick. So
Good
a
point.
dude be like, "Oh yes, I love it. Oh my god," because I mean, let's be for real. Unless a black girl is really feeling you like that, ain't nobody about to call you no daddy.
Yeah, I mean, well, see, this is what I hate. A lot of black women messed it up for the true feminine girly girls like me. Um,
Do
I
tell,
don't,
Melody.
no, I'm just saying, like, I would compare myself more to how the Hispanic women are because I'm more soft, submissive. I will call you daddy if you know what I'm saying. I will call you that. I will love on you. I will give you all my love and cater to you. That's just me. That's how I am. Um, and that's the thing that Black men say they like about Hispanic women. Exactly what I just said. So there are some of us Black women who are that way,
Mm-hmm.
and it is what it is. But just not the majority of us. That's the
Right.
problem.
Yeah.
Whereas these women in other countries, most of them are feminine, submissive, nurturing, beautiful. That's the difference.
Right. Yeah, that's true. And I mean, at the end of the day, I could understand a man's plight because in the end, that's all we ever really want is just a woman that's just gonna be there for us, nurture us, love on us whenever we need it. You know what I'm saying? Now, I mean, I wouldn't necessarily say you got to do it every single day, but sometimes when you getting your ass kicked by the world, sometimes we just need our woman to just come over here and just be like, it's gonna be okay, baby. Don't worry about it. You know what I'm saying? You gonna get right back up and get into it, baby. I got your food ready. I got all of this going on and stuff like that.
I
You
got
know
your
what I'm saying?
slippers. I got your bath water run.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
baby, you
and
massage. You
yeah,
just
right.
came home from work.
True.
You know.
Yeah. A massage and all that stuff. And then like ladies, it don't necessarily always gotta be about sex. Now, of course, you got, segs, I mean. But
Mhm.
it don't always equate to that. Like sometimes a dude could just be wanting to sit down, watch TV, and if he wants you near, sometimes he just want to rub your booty. You know what I'm saying? Just while he
Mhm.
watching TV, he ain't even necessarily got to be like, "Girl, take your clothes off. Just let me rub your booty until I fall asleep."
That's it. Or you rub his back until he falls asleep. Or
Right.
ladies, take them socks off and rub his feet.
Hmm.
Because we like to be spoiled and get our feet rubbed. And
Of
sometimes a
course.
man he just wants his feet rubbed with
Yeah,
some
either
nice hot
feet
oil,
rubbed, yeah,
back
feet
rub.
rubbed, back rub, even some back scratching. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
that's ooh we.
Right.
I can't speak for every man about this, but like my main thing, how a woman can get me, like shoot, you scratch my scalp and scratch my back, I'm literally like putty in your hands. I'm like, oh,
Yes,
because that
that's
just feels
right.
so good.
And how about rubbing your hair, like running their fingers through
Oh,
your
oh
hair?
yeah, that be feeling good too. Like just be running her fingers through my hair and massaging my scalp and stuff like that. I'm like, oh yes,
Mhm.
this is awesome.
Yeah, men like to be rubbed on, loved on, nurtured. This is what they like. And unfortunately, Black ladies, most of these Spanish women are doing that. Just being
Yeah,
real. So I don't blame men for wanting to go to other countries to get what they deserve. But the Pookies need to just sit down. Sit down, Pookies, and let the real passport bros do it. Because y'all just mess. Right, because y'all just messing it up for everybody.
yeah, yeah. Ah,
Mhm.
yeah, man. Like, just sit it down, bro. It's like, and it did on top of that, like, y'all got to learn when to not advertise the moves that you make. Like, it's one thing, like, if you just so proud of what you're doing and you just want to say, hey, man, I'm about to go do this. And like, don't lay out your whole game plan. You can be like, hey, I'm about to go overseas. I got my passport. I got this. But don't just go in there and be like, man, I'm about to hook up with so and so. I'm about to do this. And I'm about to find me somebody to love on and all this stuff. Like, do you not understand? Like, these people are just like the people that's in America. They trying to find their next lick, and if they
And
see that yeah,
Keisha. Sorry, go
mhm,
ahead.
yeah, passport Keishas, international Keishas, and as
Mhm.
you can see with the T-shirt I got, I'll say free Keisha. So there you
Yeah,
go.
right. Free Keisha. And Keisha can live in any country. Any country. Don't
Any
be
country
fooled.
and speak any language.
Exactly. And come in many different complexions.
Many different complexions, shapes, sizes, you name it.
Exactly. Don't be fooled by the cute voice and the natural hair and the softness. Don't be fooled by that.
Right. I mean, I
Mm.
thought a lot of y'all dudes would have learned from the song for Belle Biv DeVoe back in the day. Can't trust a big bug in a smile, that
That
girl is
girl is
poison.
poison.
Poison. Right.
Poison.
Right. So,
Yeah. They're definitely poison.
hmm
Oh,
yeah, because they like a lot of these dudes wet dreams. So that's all they see. They not really thinking about the other qualities that she may have or what she could be hiding underneath. Cause like you see a bad chick and she looking sexy and oh my God, she got the hips, she got the thigh, she got the leg, her calves looking good, feet pretty, the hair looking good. Like y'all are only so fixated on the physical, and that's one of our as men, that's one of our biggest weaknesses when it comes to women because we're physical creatures. We only are attracted to what we see. So if we
right.
see a beautiful woman and she has a nice sculpted body, she takes care of herself, she has great hygiene, she does all of this stuff. At that point, you already are in the door. You know what I'm saying? You already got like a front row seat right there. It's just what you
Mhm.
do afterwards is what's going to either keep you inside or it's going to get you put out.
That's it. That's it. But should we play the video swag?
Absolutely.
Okay. Well, while I am pulling it up, I need everybody in the chat to hit the like button and
Yes.
make sure you're sharing on all your platforms.
Yes.
Also, if you are new, subscribe to Killer Swag 216 as it's written right there. It says the flames have been lit.
Absolutely. That's my mantra for 2024 and beyond. So I'm just letting y'all know. Don't look at me and be like, oh, this just gonna be for 20. No, 2024 is the beginning. The flames have been lit.
Period. And also subscribe to me, Sweet Melody Media.
Absolutely, man. You got to make sure you subscribe to Sweet Melody Media, man, because you don't want to miss all the content that comes over here. Whether it's, of course, Kill Them Sweetly. Then, of course, you got Grown to Sexy Conversations. And then you got Checkmate. You know what I'm saying? You got to be able to. And
Mhm.
then, of course, maybe Melody one time might hit y'all with a pre-record or a show of her own. You never know. So that's why you got to hit that bell, subscribe, turn on all of your notifications. That way you will never miss anything. And then on top of that, shoot, I might have to really repost that too. As far as like, and on top, you got to really join the Discord too. So,
Yeah.
because sometimes YouTube be on that BS and don't want to send out notifications of when we doing shows, whether it's pre-records or live or whatever. But if you join that Discord, yes, you ain't gonna miss nothing. You gonna be the first ones to know whenever we dropping anything, whether if it's a short, a video, or a live. You will always be in the
Sorry.
know. What?
Exactly. So make sure you guys subscribe to both of our channels. Killer Swag have great content as well, guys. Y'all need to go over there right now and check it out because, well, not right now because it's still going, but y'all need to go over there and check it out because it's real good. He got a lot of good single things that he did by himself. So make sure you guys check that out.
Yeah, but make sure you do that after you watch this though. Watch it.
Right,
Watch
not
once
right
this
now, not right
video is
now.
over, go over there and watch all the stuff, man. Because I'm telling you, it's a lot of great stuff over there, man. I mean, I try. I try. I'm not like a lot of these other content creators and stuff like that. But I tend to think I do my thing.
No, you definitely do your thing. And you new to the scene. So,
That's very true. I'm new. I'm new to the scene, but I'm still an OG in this space.
right, because you've been in chats for years.
Yeah, I've been all over these chats for a long time, and it's so crazy to think it's literally about to be a year since I started making content.
Really? When?
It's
What's your
either
anniversary?
It's either next month or in March. It's one of those.
Okay, all right, yay! We're gonna have to have an anniversary party.
Yeah, and then think about it like this, like what next probably next week or something, it'll be the anniversary of the first ever show me and you did together.
Oh, we have to have an anniversary stream. That's gonna be crazy.
Yeah, because I mean, I'm still thinking back to when we both did that Amber Rose story, like, because we did that Super Bowl weekend, and it's literally about to come right back around right now.
Oh yeah, we sure did. And check that out, guys. If you haven't seen our first ever show, check that out. Talking
Absolutely.
about Amber Rose.
hmm That was a crazy show.
Right. It was so good. But also hit the Cash App, y'all.
Yep. You see that down there at the bottom of your screen. And plus, I mean, me and myself and Melody, we ain't hurting for money. But if you like the content that you're seeing from both of us, hit the Cash App. It's right there. It's in big bold letters. It says cash tag Melody Show. Make sure you hit that Cash App, support the channel, support the movement. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't worry about the super chats. Hit the Cash App because that way it's going straight to Melody and it's going to also go straight to Melody's heart. So hit the Cash App.
Right. And cash tag Killer Cow 10. It's right at the bottom. Make sure you hit his Cash App as well. He deserve it. We deserve it for what we do. And yes, I am being cocky. We deserve it. So
I
make
couldn't
sure
have said
y'all
it better myself.
right. So make sure y'all
Sure.
support the cause.
Yeah, man. Support the cause, man. Support KillinEmSweetly movement. Support everything. All right, now we about to get into this video. So fair use, everybody. What we are about to be watching right here, we are only critiquing, analyzing, and reacting to what we see on this screen. So without further ado, fair use, y'all.
Fair use, y'all.
Hold on a minute.
Adiós, 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 adiós. Bye, bye, bye. Are you still? Adiós. Come on, my nigga, up, my nigga, up. Don't touch me. Watch out, bro.
Real quick, he was all up in her face, both of their face. You saw that?
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, he was all the way up in there.
Yeah, he was up in their face. He's clapping, he's yelling. He's being very aggressive. But because not only is he passport Pookie, but look at these passport Keishas. I mean, not
Mm-hmm.
passport Keishas, international Keishas.
International Keishas.
Look how they're not afraid. They're just standing there and taking it like they've been here before.
Well, they used to this type of stuff. So I mean, hell, they looking at it like they getting double the fun. They getting pleasure and they getting cash.
Right, because they're saying in Spanish, it sounds like they're saying pay me. They want them to pay them.
Right.
So yeah, it looks like a deal gone wrong.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
All right.
Don't touch me. Listen, don't end up in a Mexican jail.
All right, that's deep. So they're in Colombia, but he said we don't want to end up in a Mexican jail. Now,
Mm-hmm.
everybody know that Mexican jail is like the worst place to be.
Oh yeah.
So for him to say that, it must be
Yeah.
real.
Yeah. I mean, you can tell it's getting deep when his boy had to hold him back and tell him that, man, because one wrong move could mess up his entire life. And if you go in prison in Mexico, dude, it's ain't no telling if you ever coming back home.
Exactly. You probably never gonna see the light of day.
Nope.
So This is very serious. And the reason I'm calling him a passport Pookie because a true passport bro knows better than to act like that in another country.
Right.
I can't see Pablo or my brother, classy perspective. I can't see any of these men acting like that, even if they were tricked.
Mm-hmm. I can't even see my younger cousin acting like this, and he's also a person that has his passport and he has traveled a lot to other countries. So like, but I couldn't for sure see him acting like that. And he probably would be the one that could get away with acting like that because he's in his like early to mid 20s. But even
Right.
he don't have that type of demeanor, so I know he wouldn't act like that.
Right, of course not. Even like Austin Holloman, I can't see him acting like that. These are true brothers with their passport who know how to move. They
Mm-hmm.
know how to move. They probably know people in the country. They probably did their research. They probably know not to go home with a random women because that's what it looked like happened. It looked like they
Right.
brought these random women back to their hotel and the women weren't transparent with them.
Yeah.
It's like they got tricked. They thought they was bringing them home to have a good night with them. And they ended up, the women were like, pay up.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, wait, hold up, pay up. And that's probably how the argument happened. But for Pookie to be sitting there yelling in these women's face and acting a fool like he ain't in another country, that's just surprising. Like, that's very
Yep.
surprising.
It really is. But then again, I've always lived with this mantra: no matter where you go, you're gonna take yourself with you. So if you more than likely he's definitely like this in his hood.
Right.
So there's no way in the world he wasn't gonna bring that with him to Cartagena or Colombia or whatever.
Yeah. Like, there's no way a regular person would act like that.
Mhm.
That's like some project
Yeah.
ish
And my thing is, why in the world is this recorded and put on social media?
because they don't know how to move in silence. That's
Hmm.
why. Because they're not real passport bros. They're passport pookies. And they go over there and they meet these international Keishas. And then it causes all this drama. And then they want clout. They're clout chasing. So they
Yeah.
post it up on social media.
Yeah, because there's one thing if you're just doing this overseas and nobody is filming this and posting it or whatever, because at that point none of us would know what's going on. But the fact
Right.
that it's on social media, whether it's on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, Snapchat, whatever. It's like now that we're viewing this and we see this, and I know a lot of dudes are gonna be saying like, "Man, he told her off, man. They tried to get him." I'm like, but why would you put yourself in that position to get got in the first place?
Right. Exactly. Because like you and I are both saying, a regular quote unquote passport bro would not be in that position.
Yeah.
Wouldn't.
Like, cause I mean, let's be for real. Like, if you know yourself and you got to maneuver yourself in these streets, even in America, if you got to constantly look over your shoulder, you got to constantly look around at your surroundings in your when you're in America. Why wouldn't you do that when you're in a whole different culture, a whole different country? Why wouldn't you do that then? That's when you would think that would be up even higher than it would when you're in America.
Exactly. And even I know, like, even I know I can't go over to another country, putting myself in these positions, trusting these women to pour drinks and trusting these women to take them home and sleep with them, or trusting anybody in that country. You cannot go to another country and trust anybody unless you know them. Like my little
Right.
brother, he knows these people he goes to visit in these countries. He knows
Hmm.
they got him.
Hmm.
You can't just be willy-nilly going around trusting everybody. It's not gonna work.
Not gonna work at all. But one thing I will say that really helped this dude out in this particular situation, he had his homie with him. That's one thing that really saved his butt on this note. Even though it's all on social media, but just imagine what it would have been like had dude not been there to talk
Oh
him off
man.
that ledge.
He probably wouldn't even be here to post.
Right.
No.
Because it would have been all bad because the fact that he at least had his homeboy right there to like try to be the voice of reason to be like, yo, man, chill before you end up getting locked up in a Mexican prison or something like that. Like, just chill out, relax. Like, it's a good thing that he had that dude with him the whole time. So he ain't completely stupid, but at the same time, it's like, bruh, you can't put yourself in these situations to where situations like this happens.
You can't. You really can't. He's all wrong.
Yeah. Because, I mean, who's to say? Dude might have even probably got the cheeks. And then, of course, when it was all said and done and he laid down the pipe or whatever, the girl basically was like, yo, I'm not going nowhere until I get my money. So and he was like, your money? What are you talking
Like
about? He's
what
like, well,
money? Right.
Right. Because it's not something that I'm pretty sure she didn't talk about. And if she did, of course, it was in a language that he didn't understand. So
Right. Well, I said it on Checkmate. Learn their language and culture before you start traveling.
mm-hmm.
Do some research. Learn these people.
Right.
You know?
Like, yeah, you have to learn the laws of the land. You got to know their language. You got to know that. And I'm not even telling you to be all the way fluent. Just know the basics.
Right, exactly. Or at least use a translator. I'm telling you, if I was these men, you know, first of all, I wouldn't even be in this position. But if I was like that, I would have my phone, take it out and record everything. Okay, so we're gonna do this, you know. I mean, you're not a prostitute, right? Because that would be my first question I would ask these women. You
Yeah.
sure you're not a prostitute? And as soon as they say no, I'm not, or whatever, you'll have it recorded.
Yeah.
So if something happens, and you get in trouble with the law or whatever, you can play that back for them. Like, listen, I asked her and she said no because I didn't want to end up in this position. So pretty much she
Mhm.
lied to me so she can trick me.
Well,
And it'll be
he
all on
better.
record.
Well, dude better hope if that was to ever happen that she don't pull that. Oh no, I didn't understand the question. I didn't get it, because language barrier, I don't understand English that well, so I don't
That's
know
why
what prostitution is.
Well, that's why I said I would use the translator if I didn't know English. I mean, if I didn't know Spanish, which they should
Right,
know. But if I
right,
didn't know Spanish, I would use the translator so I can make sure that she understands what I'm asking her.
right. Yeah, before you even do anything with this person.
Right. But obviously, he wasn't that smart. So he
Nope.
got himself in that position.
He wanted the buns and ended up in an almost terrible situation.
Facts. So, and I'm sorry, I don't want to sugarcoat this. Like, a lot of people need to take accountability for the things that they do. I'm just sorry. Some of the
I'm
Pookies
sorry.
that go over there take accountability.
Another one bites the dust.
Right? Oh my God.
Yeah, just take accountability for that, man, because like I said, you in a whole new ball game now. So whatever happens, it's all on you. You got to own up to whatever you do over there.
Exactly. All right. Was that it with the video? Let me see.
It's probably a few more minutes, like a few more seconds.
It's not that important. It's not that important. Your life is worth more, bro. Don't do it.
I like him. I like him. Your life is worth more, bro. Don't do it.
And that's why I said that it was a damn good thing that he had his homie right there with him to talk him off that ledge.
The
That was
voice
the
of
only
reason.
smart thing that he did was have his homie with him.
The voice of reason.
Yeah, because like I said, it could have ended all bad if dude wasn't there to talk him down. Because as amped as he was at those women, if dude wasn't there to calm him down, it would have ended up being a lot worse than it already was.
Yeah, because he probably would have hit them. Because he was
Yeah.
up in their face. I was nervous.
Right, yeah.
He was
And
being very aggressive.
if he would have laid hands on one of those women, ain't no telling. Somebody probably would have came in that room, kicked that door there, and started.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's probably what would have happened. But those women, they freaked me out too. The way it didn't scare them. It scared me, and I was watching. Them women was not scared.
Oh no, they were sitting there and they were just like, no, I want my money. Even though they said in whatever language they were saying it in, but it was like, no, money.
Keisha.
Keisha. Oh man,
International Keishas. This is what
international
happens when
Keishas, yo.
international Keisha meets American Pookie. This is what
Yeah,
happens.
yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. All right.
Mira lo que me hizo. Me pagan. Me pagan.
All right, that's
All right,
it.
that
Vaya
was it.
preso porque ahorita.
Oh man, it's wild.
Yes, it is. It was very wild, yo. But let that be a lesson to y'all, man. Like, whenever you going into another country like that, man, you got to be on your P's and Q's like how you would be in America. Like, you can't just be acting like how you would at your cousin Roscoe's house or at Tammy's house or something like that. Like, you can't do that over there.
No, you can't. You can't. You gotta carry yourself in a certain way when you travel.
Yeah, because you're dealing with a whole different set of rules over there. You can't just be doing what you're doing in America over there, because like I said, they don't play the same way we play over here. So you gotta really know what you're doing. And like I said, and I say this to anybody, like before you even set foot in another country, do your research.
Yeah.
Don't just go over there. Like, don't get me wrong. There's nothing wrong with wanting to just go over there and to just explore and see the wonders of all these different countries and all these different cultures and stuff like that. But if you're actually wanting to be a part of it, do your research, do your homework, especially when it comes to the women. If that's one of the main reasons you want to be there for, like,
Right, and learn the language.
Yep. Absolutely. Learn the language and don't use the dating apps no more. Just stop, man. Like, because we all know what dating apps entails. Like, a lot of people go say, "Oh, but you really could find somebody special on there." Come on. Even in America, everybody know what them dating apps is for. When the swipe right, swipe left, you're going to try to get some cheeks for the night. Or for a woman's case, you're trying to get the meat for the night. Like, come on.
Mm-hmm. Yep, that goes for men and women. Stop with the dating apps. Stop with the tricking. I mean, you can trick, but be careful.
Be careful and be discreet.
Right. Stop telling everybody your business. Why do the whole YouTube and Snapchat gotta know that you're going to get a piece of you know what?
Spicy booty.
Spicy booty. Yeah. Why everybody gotta know that? I like that. Spicy booty. I like that.
Yeah. Yeah, man. It don't need to be broadcast. Like, it's one thing, like, even though I still wouldn't do it, it's a whole nother thing. Like, let's say if you already got it and you back home in America and then you start bragging about it, then it's like, all right, you back home now, so it is what it is. They can't do nothing to you. But if you're still over there in their country and you still talking about, oh, I'm about to get me some booty, or even before you step foot in their country, oh, I'm about to get me some spicy booty over there. Like, yeah, it's about to be great. Like, nah, man. Like, you know they're watching you, right? And even if they're watching you after you already, it's like, girl, I already smashed. So what you gonna do?
Exactly. Oh man, it's crazy.
Crazy as hell.
Did you want to do your final thoughts?
Okay, like, my final thoughts on this particular situation is like I said once before, I am not against passport bros, and I'm like I said, I'm not even gonna call myself a passport bro. I'm just gonna say I'm a man that has a passport that's gonna love to travel. That's what I'm gonna be. But I still got nothing but love for the passport bros, all the real passport bros out here that's actually want to go and explore different cultures, different countries, different languages, and all that good stuff. Like I'm all for that. But as far as like dudes really need to know when to never broadcast your next movements, because that's just like it's just like here in America. If you're a person that you know has a lot of money, but you like to floss all the time, sooner or later, some people is just gonna want to come over to you and try to get that about you, even if they're trying to do it the nicest way possible. As long as they get the end goal, that's all that matters to them. That's why I say move in silence. Don't broadcast anything that you do unless you're already finished with it. That way, nobody can do anything about it. But while you're in the process of doing it, or when you're already in the middle of doing it, keep your mouth shut, man. And then on top of it, like I also said, whenever you're going out of these countries, make sure that you are not by yourself. That way, if somebody tries to do anything with you, you at least know you got somebody there alongside you that you can trust, and you know they ain't gonna let nothing funny happen to you. And then on top of that, when you're in those other countries, take the facial recognition stuff off, take the fingerprint recognition off, and just get you a passcode that you know you can remember by heart, and you know you're not going to give it to nobody. That's all I really got to say. And stop trusting these dating apps. That's another thing right there. And that's all I got to say about that. So passport
That
bros, and even to the passport Pookies, even though I've been going in on y'all a little bit tonight, but in the end, I still want y'all to be safe, and I still want y'all to return home safe. So be careful out there, fellas.
right. I love it. I love it. All right, so I guess I'll give my final thoughts and then close out the show. Okay, so passport bros, I have nothing but love for you. You guys know how to move. You guys are very careful. A lot of you guys know the language. A lot of you guys have friends and family over there. Um, Kudos to y'all. I love the way y'all move. Just be very, very careful. Passport Pookies, just stop traveling altogether, because you guys are really making westernized and American men look bad. You guys are going over there. You guys are tricking, right? And it's nothing wrong with tricking. But you guys, like Swag said, you guys are talking too much. You guys are all over social media, telling everybody, yeah, these women are easy. Yeah, they cheap too. All I gotta do is pay this amount and I can get this. And you guys are giving up too much information. Real true passport bros been doing it for years, and nobody even knew until you guys started coming out here and spilling the tea and just making people look bad. Not only that, but you guys are going over there getting caught up. All right. And not even in okay. Regular passport bros are going over there and getting caught up too. Like I heard the story about the white guy, he got robbed for over $50,000. And I'm sure he wasn't a passport Pookie. You had the other guy who got drugged, you know. So you had the one
Mm-hmm.
guy that got robbed, one guy that got drugged. You had the 8 men, rest in peace, who got deleted. You had so many different stories of regular passport bros getting caught up. What makes y'all think, with y'all loud mouths, that y'all not gonna get caught up and y'all being more crazy with it? Like,
Mm-hmm.
this needs to stop.
Yeah, it
And like
does.
you guys see, America ain't the only place with Keishas. Because you got the international Keishas over there drugging men up and getting them deleted.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I gotta say.
Yep. And then on top of that, keep in mind, it's not like y'all can take y'all toolies with y'all on the plane because y'all ain't getting in that airport with no toolies in your bag or on you. So, yeah, so you
Mhm.
pretty much gonna be with no weapons if something was to happen. So just keep that in mind too, fellas.
Exactly. All right, Swag, this was a great show. What do you think?
I think it was a great show as well. Like we both got what we needed to say out, and we got everything off of our chest to talk about the passport Pookies and all that other stuff, and
And the
how we
international
differentiate
Keishas.
international Keishas. Yeah, yeah. I mean, all in all, it was a dope show tonight, man. I really enjoyed it.
I did too. I enjoyed it a lot. And I want to thank everybody for watching. Thank you
Hmm.
for all the likes. Thank you for any new subscriptions that Killer Swag 216 or Sweet Melody Media have received. Um, Thank you all. You know, we love y'all, especially our day ones.
Of course,
Right? Just continue to support, like you've been doing. You rock with us, we rock with you.
exactly. You continue to stay on this ride with us, and we promise you that we will not let you down.
At all. So, thank you everybody for watching, and we will see you on the next one.
Well,
Peace.
deuces, y'all. We out.
Leak about to take off.
You know what to do. Hit the subscribe button.